Hello guys, it's Greg. I'm here back with another vlog, and yeah, we are going to be talking about a topic today, just for the sake of it. To be frank, I was just thinking about my vlogs and how I just talk about what I do whole day, and that's kind of boring. I decided to make a vlog in which we actually talk about a little bit of something related to life, something related to what our emotions and what we actually do to make those emotions work, and you know some basic topics. So I just decided to talk about something. We'll just think about it, but before that, day review is quite necessary. I haven't made any vlog. I didn't make any vlog for a while now, like 2 days or 3 days. I think it has been 2 or 3 days. So what I did, I have been on this English stuff still. I just want to score some good marks in this subject. Yeah, I do. No, why do lie? Why should I lie? It's not like I just want to score 100 out of 100. No, but I just want to give my best for this last time. No guilt. I don't want to have any guilt. um, want to have any guilt about the subject, so I just want to give my best. So today, after a long time, I think it's been around 2 weeks since I've been to school. So I went to the school today, and there were students. They just were each and every one of them were, except from one of my friend with whom I was solving sample paper questions. All of my classmates, or you can say schoolmates, they were trying to get to know the whole chapter in one go in like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and they thought that would be enough. I don't know, maybe that should be enough for them. Good for them. I was just there to ask some questions and get some query done and get some evaluations done as well. And it was indeed a good idea to be there because I've been isolating myself a lot. So a little bit exposure with society is a good idea. Being social, I didn't talk to anyone there much though. Just asked my question and went home. And that is when this idea of happiness struck struck my strikes in my mind. So I've heard some of my friends, old friends, asking me, uh, like, what do you like? I just asked them randomly, what do you want in life? I was not talking about profession. I was not talking about what they want to do or what they want to be in future, but rather, what do they want in life, and what is that one thing which they do not have in life they really wish to have. So one of the answer came that they want to be happy, and that happiness is missing in their life. So today we are going to be dwelling on this topic of happiness. So what I believe is happiness is a very relative and short-term thing, which just comes and goes. So some people believe that they want to be happy forever and never shed a tear or be sad. But for those, I don't know, there are some people you won't believe it. But for them, I would say happiness, you cannot sustain an emotion and emotion for a long time. We human beings tend to change our emotion, and our emotion keep on fluctuating. It's not stable, it's not still. It has to change, otherwise you wouldn't believe what. Why am I saying you wouldn't believe? Why wouldn't you believe? Why I'm just speaking for my own self. You are not even watching this vlog. So happiness, yeah, you have to get back right into it. So our emotions keep on fluctuating, and we believe that ये क्या हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है, rather than observing, like, yeah, this is happening. Okay, let this happen. Let this phase be, and let this thing be. Let this emotion be for a while. Let this, if it is sadness, let the sadness be there, and when it will accumulate and accumulate enough, we will be able to find out the reason causing it, because we won't be changing much of our activities and we are sad. We actually try to change our whole activities when we are sad, but we don't just sit down and think, Acha, that could be the reason, that could be the reason, and we don't really go for the reason why a particular emotion is popping up in our head. Like feeling depressed, we immediately think about people and school and whatnot, but we don't really dwell inside our own mind. And it's very, we are denizens of emotions. We need to search deep within what actually a particular emotion means. Psychology is the only study which cannot be explained totally, because each and every mind is different, each and every body is different, each and every one act differently. Let's get back right to this fact, happiness. See, happiness, as I said again, a very relative term, because let's talk about death. So when we talk about death, death is something very mournful and no one likes it. Everyone fears that, and it's kind of makes us sad to think about other people dying. But there are many people, wow, like yeah, there are many people who enjoy death, who think death is a beautiful thing, and dying things according to them is quite beautiful. Like psychopaths, not I'm not talking about all of them. I'm just kind of generalizing it for a while now. I'm just giving an example. I think many of you are familiar with the movie American Beauty. There was this guy who was obsessed with taking pictures of dead, dead things, I guess. Yeah, sometime. And that I remember that plastic bag just going around, just floating in air. So according to him, it was beautiful, and I think that kind of that erased the feeling of happiness in him. But when we talk about our own selves, would a normal person be happy at anyone's death? See, happiness is totally relative. You cannot be happy by thinking, okay, if I do this, then I'll be happy because that person is happy too. So, yeah, kind of a relative term, isn't it? Um so, if happiness is not like true and not going to stand still for a long time, what is this one thing that actually makes us feel good and makes us feel whole? There are two things according to me. There's meaning in life. If your life has some meaning, some purpose, you know that you are persuading something, not just academics, spirituality or some sort of philosophy. If you are persuading that, then that does not give you happiness, but that gives you satisfaction. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. Satisfaction is the only factor that can stay still. Think about like when you like old people, they are quite satisfied with their life because they have been able to add meaning to their life as much as possible. They got many, I'm again generalizing the thing. Many old people have that happiness kind of factor. That happiness is not actual happiness. That is, well, why would you be happy if your bones are like cracky all the time and you're crooked and your leg hurts all the time? How could you be happy? But you can be satisfied, and that's all that really matters in life. I think I'm not saying that that's exactly what ultimate truth is. I don't know. I'm no philosopher. I'm no motivational speaker. I'm no guy who learned a lot, who did a lot of meditation. I do meditate, but not at that extent. I'm no Swami and no Baba. But what I am able to understand till this point of my life, real thing which is constant and which makes our mind peaceful is satisfaction. Satisfaction and adding meaning to life. Yeah, that's what I believe in. I adore it. I love it. I love the idea of being meaningful in life rather than having. Yeah, let's talk about guilt as well when we're getting time. I think guilt is the most. It is a feeling. It is the most dangerous emotion a man can have. Guilt can literally kill you from inside. Not literally, then, that metaphorically kill you from inside. Guilt can make your life miserable and can make you feel bad about yourself all the time. Because, okay, there are many examples that are popping up in my mind which guilt की वजह से ही there people were not able to cope up with their life and end up thinking too much, and that when the guilt actually left them. Okay, let's talk about the last movie. You remember, the guy was very um, guilty about his child's death, and he saved the other boy, the one who was with him, and they were boating together, and the boy, his friend, he was able to save his son's friend. I don't remember the character's name. Okay, so he was able to save his son's friend, but he was unable to save his son. He was thinking, what if I have taken different course of action? Many course of action pops up in his mind, and he keeps on thinking, I should have taken this course of action, I could have saved my son. But the truth is, he cannot do anything now. But at the end of the movie, there's this spirit channel. Yeah, I guess spirit channeler who channelized his spirit and wrote that, don't be sad, Papa, don't make my mom sad, because it was not your fault and you can't do anything about it. That is when he actually cried and broke down and he realized his guilt is finally coming to an end. He finally realized, yeah, couldn't do anything. So that is what guilt can do to you. Guilt over things you cannot control. Guilt over, again, things you cannot control. Guilt over people you cannot even meet again, like dead people. Or just simple guilt like someone someone left you, and you said, because you said some bad things to her or him or whatever, and then you are feeling guilty. That is a stupid reason. You can directly go and talk to her like, yeah, I felt bad for that and I want to clarify things. That's how you deal with it. Yeah, like a boss. Okay. But so again, satisfaction and guilt. I think if you want to be satisfied, you would have to have no guilt in your life. And eliminating guilt is one of the main ways you can achieve it. So that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys later because my father is here and